How's it going, everyone? Hope all is well. Today I want to talk about my Whitetail hunting rifle. I got it about 10 years ago. It was given to me by my dad and my grandpa, and it started out as a Savage Axis 1. They later made a Savage Axis 2, which had an upgraded trigger, a better trigger, and some other changes I'm unfamiliar with. But yeah, this is Savage Axis 1. Came in a stock like this, and came with a Bushnell 3 to 9 power. Nothing fancy, but it got the job done. So, done a lot of upgrades to this thing. First of all, I lightened the trigger. It's now about 3.5 pounds. So the trigger was initially really terrible. But I lightened the trigger. That cost about $40 to have done by a gunsmith, and it was totally worth it. It is now a very crisp, clean trigger. The optic I have on here is a Leupold VX Freedom 4 to 12 power with a 40mm objective. Nothing insane on here. It has, the top turret, but that you can use to dial in your elevation kind of on the fly. But it doesn't have a locking feature on it, so I'm using this piece of Gear 8 camo tape to keep it covered. And I'm using this paper clip to pin it in place. So, nothing high-tech there. Next, I have a Leupold backcountry rail on it. One of the things I looked at this summer is I wanted to have a super solid scope mount solution. Alliteration not intended, but yeah, I wanted to have a very solid scope mount on this. I do a lot of backpacking. This thing gets banged around like crazy, so I wanted a single piece scope mount. So this is the Aero Precision. I think it's called the Ultralight scope mount. Not sure, but it's pretty lightweight. It's like 3.5-4 ounces. It's all aluminum, but still very solid. So that's that. Next we have a Boyd's. I think it's called the Varmint lightweight stock. It has some cuts in here, which you can't see now because of the camo tape. But it also has a thumb hole, which is actually super nice and very ergonomic. Gives you a nice direct pull back on the trigger, directly back toward you instead of your hand being torqued in some weird way. It's nice and comfortable. The other addition I have on here is just the Magpul MOE bipod. If you watch my channel, this thing floats around on all my guns. $75. The reason it's on here is because it is pretty light, nice and compact as well. That's something that I can deal with if I'm backpacking. With your whitetail hunting, a lot of the time you have to be prepared to take a shot without much planning or preparation. You're dealing with ranges frequently that are just 50 yards to 100 yards. Situations like that happen all the time, and I just want to be able to have a very solid front rest if I need it. And this thing weighs 8 ounces, so to have a half pound, granted it is annoying, I guess, but it doesn't. We'll see. I'm going to carry it this season, and we'll see if that bugs me. But that's just an addition that I have on there, and these do telescope out, so. Anyway, that's that. Then I have a Browning sling on here. My dad got it for me. It's made in the U.S., so he knows me well. But yeah, that's it as far as like things I've done to it. Kind of the reason I want to make this video is there's a lot of new hotness out there, and that's excellent. Like, I'm glad that there are companies applying science to ballistics and developing new cartridges that are super high performance and great at extended ranges. Like, that's really cool. However, I think there's something to be said to take a rifle like this and either build up loads reloading, which I haven't delved into yet, but I've definitely thought about it, or just finding the factory ammo that it shoots well. And I finally, I found an ammo that it shoots well, and I finally was able to order more of it. And it's this, the only reason I'm telling you this is because I have already ordered three more boxes, but this is HSM Game King ammo. And the bullet, that's a Sierra bullet, the Sierra Game King. This rifle's chambered in 7mm-08. which is basically a 308 cartridge with the same length, same case length, roughly, I think, same overall length, more or less. But the bullet diameter is taken down from 308 to .284, roughly. So that's why it's called the 7mm-08. It's a 7.2 millimeter diameter bullet. And what that gives you is a little bit higher ballistic coefficient for the same weight bullet, or you could even have like a lighter weight bullet that still has better or the same BC as like a heavier 308 round. There's a lot more to go into as far as ballistics, but that's what this rifle is. It's a great beginner cartridge because it has the knockdown power that you need for whitetail, but it also doesn't kick like crazy. It's not a 30-06, it's not a 300 Win Mag, it's not insanely loud like those or anything like that, depending on what you're shooting out of the gun. So these rounds have always shot great. After I finally did all this work on the gun, took it to the range the other day, and I thought I'd try shooting these out of it again. I was just checking elevation with a different ammo and adjusting. But you'll see here, this is a 4-shot group at 100 yards. The first one was a fouling shot because I was switching ammo, and the next 3 shots are literally touching. It's about a half MOA accuracy out of a rifle that was originally $300. So, granted, I put a lot more money into it since then, but, the action itself is a $300 action, and barrel and everything. So, plus it's 10 years old. So, anyway, I just have had a lot of fun and have kind of a lot of like pride in carrying this gun. Just knowing that it started out as like a $300 gun, put some money into it, and now it shoots like half MOA almost, maybe 1 MOA. But that's it. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to let me know. And take care. Thanks for watching.